Bricks, waters above crypto. Today we're going to start with a Gematria decode and then get into the charts to see what's going on with XRP and Bitcoin. This whole cryptocurrency market is kind of at a make or break moment, and it's definitely time that we start paying attention. So if you're new here, we do cryptocurrency technical analysis and combine it with the esoteric science of Gematria, numerology, and astrology to understand these markets. If you haven't already subscribed and you like what we're doing here, feel free to subscribe. Give this video a like and share this channel with other conscious people to help grow this community. Let's try to get this video up to 400 likes. Next week I plan on releasing that part 2 of the Stellar Lumens decode. So in that video we'll try to use Gematria to determine the future price and potential date for those price targets for XLM, Stellar Lumens. Also, there's a promo code in the pinned comment below if you're interested in joining my mastermind course with lifetime access. So that mastermind course is where I teach strategies of technical analysis and Gematria so they could be used together to make accurate predictions of the dates and price targets before they happen. My email's in the description box if you want to join the mastermind course. So make sure to use that promo code, send me an email, and we'll get you signed up. So before we get into the charts, let's take the red pill. So right here, we have the date numerology being the 4/14/2021 coming to the 14. And the reason this date has some significance is because lately I've been showing in my videos how the number 14 has been really powerful for XRP and Ripple. Also, the 14th date next week being on a Wednesday. So Wednesday being miércoles or Mercury. And we'll get into that in 1 second. So we have the 14 date numerology on the 14th day of the month. Super crucial stuff. That 14th day being Wednesday, miércoles or Mercury. And with Mercury, we're getting the 41, so reverse 14, as above, so below. Another thing that's interesting about Mercury is the ties to Ripple with the 86 and 40, as you can see right here, the 40s and 86 matching. One thing that was making me think about all of this was how next week on the 14th, the Coinbase IPO will be going live. So you have Coinbase with the 27, interestingly matching Ripple, but also Coinbase with the 32, so matching Ripple 32, and then the 23 Chaldean and Mercury as above, so below. Another thing is the Coinbase with the 68, reverse 86, as above, so below. As within, so without. So the Coinbase IPO, and let's see IPO with the 14. So the 14 coming back to the 41 reversed. Another thing with the 14 is we're getting that with XRP 14. So we could see there's a lot of connections here between IPO and XRP with the 22s and also the 14, and then again with the 23 on reverse ordinal matching with Mercury. So we have multiple matches between XRP and Ripple coming back to Mercury. We haven't touched on that yet, that connection between Mercury. And a lot of people, they want to just nail down exactly what planet, what celestial body is controlling these markets. And I tell them they're all. There's a reason why scientism and NASA have manipulated everyone into thinking that we only have like 8 or 9 planets. And then meanwhile, they're talking about there's billions of galaxies and billions of other celestial bodies, and they're just irrelevant. Don't worry about them because they're not in our galaxy. You see how they play us? Again, the only way to really know outer space is by having the biggest telescope. And that without the biggest telescope is ignorant. So we are all just in that level playing field together. as an ignorant group of peons to these people. And the creators of NASA all being escaped Nazi war criminals from Operation Paperclip, being headed by Wernher von Braun. Read his tombstone and you'll see the answers. So another thing that I think is really interesting is the day before April 14th, being the 13th. We have 413, 2021. This date numerology with the 13s matching, but then also I'm thinking about if you add up this date as such, 4 plus 13 plus 20 plus 21, you get the 58, and 58 coming back to XRP. So I'm anticipating that next week on the 13th and 14th, also remember that next week is the 15th week of the year, 15 with Chaldean on XRP. This is a very big time. So it's making sense to people why I made a video recently discussing a $1 XRP in April, way before it happened, because I was keeping an open mind to all these numbers, to all this Gematria. And as for the little small decode we did yesterday on Theta, that wasn't a real decode. That was just playing around with numbers. I said it many times, that wasn't a prediction. It was just purely to play around with the numbers and give you guys some value, you know, just to be open-minded. Play with these numbers if you have a moment, and you'll see how this stuff starts bringing you new truths. Again, your truth is not the answer, necessarily, to the outcomes. Your gnosis, your self-found answers are very crucial, but they only matter to you. And that's what's really crucial about all this information. These are my truths. I'm just sharing them with everyone because I feel as if it provides value. But it's not me saying that this is your answer. Please understand that. So this all happens in the 15th week. Coming back to the date numerology, when you add 4 plus 13 plus 20 plus 21 equaling 58 like XRP. And it's of course in the month of April, which also has Chaldean 15, coming back to XRP with the 15. These 14s and 15s are very, very crucial for XRP, as you can see. And this is all leading into the zodiac beginning of Taurus. Taurus, which starts on the 19th of April. 19 also being a very important number in all of this. Not necessarily connected just back to XRP and Ripple, but just for the financial markets in and of themselves. And remember the 19th because Taurus equals 19. This is so beautiful how this all comes together. Taurus with the 19, which is starting in 10 days from today. Taurus also with the 22 Chaldean, just like XRP with the 22 and IPO with the 22. This is all starting around the same time, matching back to Coinbase. So this is a big moment for the cryptocurrency space, right? For Coinbase to have an IPO, it's extremely significant, and I keep getting comments about it, so you guys must care. Again, I don't really care too much about what's going on with the news. It doesn't really bother me. But just showing you a little bit of open-mindedness. This red pill is something that could be very crucial for you guys in your own study. Another thing that's really interesting with Taurus is like the bull, right? Because that's what that is. And you come back to the 14. So you have the 14 Chaldean matching like the 14 in XRP. Also on the 14th week, which is this week today. And then another thing that's pretty interesting is Ox with the 15. Again, the 15 coming back to XRP in Chaldean. Ox being the Chinese year that we are in, the Chinese year of the ox, or the bull. And this is interesting because Bull Run actually matches Taurus. If you see there's 100 in Bull Run, 100 in Taurus. Then you have the 44 in Taurus, 44 in Bull Run. And then you also have the 27 in Bull Run, which comes back to Ripple 27. It's amazing, these connections that we're seeing here. And then Bull Run, Ripple matching perfectly with the 27s on the Chaldean is another really interesting factor. It's something that's made me really open-minded to the potential of next year. So with that being said, let's get into the charts, see what's going on over there. So yesterday we were doing the fractal video where we were showing how the fractal from XLM could be applied on top of the XRP chart, and people were stating that that was pretty unorthodox, and I actually started the video by explaining such. It was an experimental technical analysis video. It was not me stating absolutes. So please understand this channel is about providing a unique perspective on the charts, but I also like to stick to non-emotional, non-hype analysis. So this was just to show the possibilities. It was to keep an open mind, and I think that this is what this community is all about. We're trying to be open-minded. But if anyone wants to get into my mastermind course and you watch those 80 plus videos, you will see that we very, very clearly use technical analysis without emotion. My work is focused on providing technical analysis, which is a non-emotional view of the past and how it could be applied to today and into the future. That's all technical analysis really is. It's the emotion and it's the greed and the fear that gets in the way of people's ability to actually make or navigate through this market, to make proper logical decisions and to understand where we are at right now. So one of the things that we teach in the course is Wyckoff, and Wyckoff is a legend. And that form of TA, it doesn't require indicators, it doesn't require volume and exponential moving averages and RSI and MACD. It's just looking at market structure. And I love market structure, and one of the things that I see with this XRP chart is there's no market structure. This is the most disgusting looking chart. And again, it's my second biggest holding. So when you hear me say these things, you need to know that I got into XRP because I understand who's controlling it. The same thing with Bitcoin. So people keep, gargling in the comments section whenever I say anything negative, but you need to understand that my two biggest holdings are the coins that we focus on most in this channel. And the reason to focus on them is because they are both the compass, the atlas, the map. They are the roadmap to how the rest of this cryptocurrency future will play itself out. Bitcoin is number one, XRP is number two, in my opinion. Again, people might get butthurt by that. If you don't like hearing that, you don't have to watch these videos. It's very, very simple. I'm not here to sell people on a pipe dream, okay? Anyone who was buying Bitcoin back in November, you were getting a $9,000, $10,000 price. It's currently sitting at around $58,000. Anyone who was buying XRP, even at this very bottom dip of 20 cents, you're just looking at $1. So you're only at a 4x right now, okay? I understand that there's a lot more alpha in XRP, but when it comes to the way that people emotionally handle these two coins, it is like the biggest cults I've ever watched. It's like Republican versus Democrat. It's gross. So let's break away from all those cults, understand who are the main players, the main movers in this financial sphere, and once you can absorb that energy and understand where you're at with all of this, instead of just picking a side, you'll do much better. So this XRP resistance is pretty obvious at the $1.10, $1.11 point. And until we break a 4-hour candle and close a 4-hour candle above that $1.10, this yellow line right here, we are pretty much in a downtrend. Now, a downtrend should be welcomed by everyone because there's absolutely no trading between this 90-cent level and the 65-cent level. So we have this whole range from right here, about 90 cents, to this area, okay? That's a grip of price action. So if I take a move and measure it, you'll see that's a 27% on the downside, 37% on the upside. A huge amount of area that there's absolutely no trading range. So when you have no trading range, you have to anticipate retests. I won't get into why it needs to happen. Anyone who understands technical analysis will understand that that is what is necessary to make a market structure. As of right now, there's no market structure. This thing just keeps pumping and then waiting a while and then taking a shit, and then pumping, taking a shit. And I know it hurts people, but that's why I said a while ago, a $1 XRP in April, people weren't too happy about that, of course, because it doesn't sound like $10. And now that it's at $1 and it's trading in this higher range, people are just, they're losing it. And we need to be non-emotional at these moments, because this is a very make or break moment for the whole cryptocurrency sphere. And it all comes down to Bitcoin. So I'll tell you why I believe this. And it is because this market structure right now has the 55 EMA on Bitcoin. This is all you really need to know. So if I pull up this 55 EMA, I'll hide everything else for you guys just to make it nice and easy. We're going to see a problem here. So if we close a daily below this 55, this white moving average right here, we're probably going to head down to 50. And if the price closes below 50, this whole market is going to start to restructure everything. Potentially Bitcoin dominance might continue to go down, and in that case, there might be a surge for the altcoins, but eventually there's going to be a shakeout. And it's because Bitcoin is what holds the whole structure of the foundation of this entire asset class. So what will happen in this event is a potential retest as low as this 200-day EMA, and that might be the greatest buying opportunity for all cryptocurrencies when that day comes. So I don't want to talk too bearishly at this time, because we haven't made a new lower low. So we have had continuous higher lows. And as long as we have continuous higher lows, I'm bullish. Leading into next week with all the 14s and the Coinbase IPO and, heading into the zodiac of Taurus, I'm bullish. But if I see a market structure where it starts to show me signs of a reversal, I'll be the first guy to tell you so. And the way I feel right now is this is very, very precarious territory. From a technical position, this could be a very large head and shoulders, where this is the left shoulder, this is the head, and this is the potential right shoulder. So Bitcoin essentially needs to break out next week. If it doesn't break out next week, I would fear that this red line right here, I'll show you the way that this all looks. So this red line, we're going to run into it. And if we traded sideways until the end of April, that wouldn't be bad necessarily, but it would be the 55-day EMA will keep creeping up slowly. And as it creeps up, there's potential for a closure below it. Now, with that being said, this is one of the least volatile times for Bitcoin in a while. This is the most consolidation it's had around an area all the way since back in September. So I will be getting into more deep dives in the mastermind later in the private video about some other indicators that can be used. But with that being said, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Very, very excited for next week to see how it shakes out, whether it be downside or upside. Again, I'm just paying attention to structure. So if you guys want to learn more about cryptocurrencies and how to do non-emotional technical analysis and how to utilize the esoteric code of Gematria to be able to determine what dates and what prices these cryptos will hit before it happens, you could join the mastermind course by contacting my email in the description box. Again, there'll be a promo code in the pinned comment below, so make sure to put Waters Above in the email to get a discount for lifetime access to the course. Also, go ahead and mention me in a comment. That'll activate your discount code. Looking forward to hearing from you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day in the Matrix. Much love.